Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome to Yarn and Pajamas. Today is episode number 6 of Stitch Your Library, or SYL. So SYL is a collaboration that Terry from Yarn Joy Podcast and myself are doing together. And it is basically, we are dusting off the dust off of these pattern books that we have sitting on our shelves, dusting the virtual dust off of those bookmarks that we have on our computers and in our Ravelry library, the patterns we bought from Etsy. I mean, just because we get patterns through many different ways. We're dusting the dust off of those, and we're starting to make some of the ones that have been put on the back burner. So yes, that is what it is. And if you want to join in, because Priscilla at Distinctive Crochet is also now joined the collaboration with us, and she has started dusting off some of her patterns and making them. So I will put the links to their channels down below. And if you want to join in, all you have to do is find a pattern that you've been wanting to make or meaning to make, and just start crocheting or knitting or cross stitching, whatever your craft is. However you want to stitch, just stitch your library. Okay, so I'm a little bit late with my video this week. I should have done it on Wednesday, and today is Friday, Black Friday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, so happy late Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everybody, got to be surrounded by the people that they love, got their bellies full. I know I sure did, like 3 or 4 times. But the reason that my video is late, okay, story time. Because everybody loves a good story, backstory, right? So, on Tuesday, I was like, I need to film my Stitch Your Library video. Then I'm like, no, it's Tuesday. I don't do that until Wednesday. Then I was like, no, there's a reason that you wanted to do it on Tuesday and not Wednesday. Then I was like, no, I can't think of a single reason why I would need to do that. So Wednesday rolls around, and I'm like, oh, I need to go film my video. Then I'm like, oh no, it's the night before Thanksgiving. I have to make the cake that I make every year the night before Thanksgiving. So I'm also going to leave a link down below to this cake. The first time that I found it, it was in like a magazine of like how to dress up box cakes or whatever. But I think it's on Taste of Home, their website. It's called a Southern Chocolate Torte Cake. I'll also put in a picture. This is the one that I made this year. And let me tell you, this cake is phenomenal. It is so good. It is like, it looks expensive and it tastes expensive, but it is very cheap to make, so just saying. But anyways, so then I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna be late on the video because, I gotta make this cake and, straighten up the house a little bit because we had company coming over. So then Thanksgiving rolls around, and of course, company comes and having a good old time, eating, got the swole belly, stuffed to the brim, and then I had cleanup duty. Me and my aunt, we do cleanup duty, get everything washed, dried, put away, everything, and by that time I was like, oh, I'm just too tired. I've got to eat again and then take a nap. So that's what I did, and so here I am, Friday. I just got out of the shower. It's about like 2 o'clock in the day. I've got to go to the post office today, so I thought I need to make this video because I'm extremely late. Okay, end of backstory. But I know I just had to explain why I was late. I'm really sorry. But I knew on Tuesday, I was like, there's something telling me there was a reason that I wanted to do this on Tuesday. But I swear I couldn't think about anything that day. I was just like, oh, free day. It's like, I sat down and caught up on some TV. But on to my Stitch Your Library. So, I'm working on 2 projects. Now, oh gosh, this Warm Winter Wrap, I think is what it's called, by Melissa Leitman, I got out of this magazine right here, Love of Crochet. It is an older magazine. I got it from the thrift store. It's the winter 2015. Yes, the warm winter wrap. This thing is gorgeous. I'm not even gonna lie. But for some reason, it's just not liking me or something, because I keep messing up on it, and then I keep having to frog it back out, and then I keep getting upset. I'm like, I'm not working on this anymore. So here is my, oh, look at that. Didn't put a stitch keeper in there. Pulling out stitches. So here's where I was the last time that I seen you guys. I had just finished this round right here. So really I just done like half of a repeat. Well, that's what I've got done. I done way more than that. Yes, I probably had about like this much done. I probably had like 2 complete repeats. So probably about 8 rows. And I had done the same exact thing I'd done on the last one. I missed one of these little things entirely. I'm like, what in the world is my problem? So I had to rip it back out, and then I only got that much more done because I was like, I'm done. I am not working on this. It's not bringing me joy. And that was, you know, a big thing for me, was only to work on things that bring me joy. But I mean, gosh, this thing feels so soft, you all don't even know. So I'm using that Must Be Merino yarn, and I do have to go a little bit slower because it is a little bit on the slippery side. But I think that I just need to pay better attention is what it is I will start watching TV, and I think that's what happens is I start watching TV and then I stop really paying attention. And I think it's something that it's proven that I need to pay attention to it. Okay, so I am still working on that. But the other one I was working on was a birthday cake gnome. And it is a paid for pattern by Pam Pinot Store. And I've had it since, I think I said like April of this year. But I did get it finished. It's completely done. And here he is. I had a lot of trouble with his beard. I have no clue why. I mean, it's not the first time I made a gnome beard, but yeah. So I got him finished. I used Katona cotton on him. That the yellow is Candlelight. This one, dark pink, is called Freesia. This light pink here is Powder Pink, and then you can't really tell, but I mean the shades are so close. The skin tone is called Peach. The bottom is also that Candlelight. This was a scrap of probably lemon and some scrap of orange. Now, one of the things that I did do different was, I'll show you, I'll pull it off here. So this is what the candle looked like all by itself. And I just thought it looked weird just stuck there. So I made this little ring. I just chained, I think like 16 or so, and done the little bobble stitch all the way around. And I didn't glue it on or anything like that. I just kind of, let me get it started, because over the flame it's a little bit hard for one hand. But you know, I kind of just scooched it down over top of it, and it kind of looks like it's just outlined with icing. And I thought about gluing it down, but I thought, I won't do that. There's the back of the flame. I tried to do the best I could to make it look okay. But now I did make this for a specific person, and I don't know what is wrong with me, but it's like, I was like, oh, I've got plenty of time to get this done. No, I missed their birthday completely. I can't believe it. But I am gonna send it late. I mean, the good thing about this, birthday cake gnome is they don't go bad. They don't spoil. So she'll have to blow out the candle a little bit late this year for him. But I thought he turned out good. These were not the colors that she had. So I did go out of my wheelhouse a little bit using different colors. But I thought they looked so cute together. So yeah, and like I said, I had a little bit of trouble with the beard. As you can see, I had to manipulate a whole lot there because you could see where I tied the yarn in at. So got that good and done. Gonna get him wrapped up and sent off to his new home. So yeah, I'm so glad that I did get that one finished. And I thought about starting another one, but I'm like, no, because I did find that on this one, like when I was getting all mad at my warm winter cozy, I was like, I'll just work on the gnome then. So I just spent all my time working on the gnome these past 2 weeks and didn't even try to pick him back up after I got mad. So I'm gonna give it another 2 weeks, guys. This may not work out for me because I am having so much trouble with it. It is making me upset a little bit. The last time that this happened, it put me in a funk, and I did not want to crochet at all. So I don't want that to happen, but I am, because I am making it for someone. She did buy the yarn for it. I want to give it to Danette because I know that she would really enjoy it and really love it. But I also know what'll happen if I force myself. But I'm going to give it 2 more weeks. I'm going to give it a whole nother 2 weeks of no other obligations to do with Stitch Your Library and see if and how I feel about it. Maybe I may have to just take a break from it for a bit. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But, I mean, the pattern is not hard. And I don't even have to have the book anymore. Like, I remember it, like, what to do. And it is literally chains, single crochet, and double crochet. That's it. That's all you have to know to do it. And it's just, you know, you do the repeats. But for some reason, I'm having such a hard time. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's a beautiful pattern. It's beautifully written. The yarn is beautiful, like I said, and I only have the problem with it being a little bit splitty, and it's super slippery. So I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know. Okay, well, I am going to let you guys go. I really hope that you enjoyed this birthday cake gnome by Pam Pinno's store. She is having a 70% off sale on her patterns right now. I will put a link to her Etsy shop below. I'm not affiliated with her. I just really like her patterns. But I will say this. I've made another birthday cake gnome in the past. And that pattern was Happy Dolls Handmade on Etsy. And I will say that out of the 2 birthday cake gnome patterns that I've done, I like Happy Dolls Handmade better. I'll try to pop in a picture here of the ones. I've done 2 different ones of those ones. And I just really liked the hat better, I think is what it was. This hat was made in 2 different sections. And they have the gnome butts that I put in the bottom here to help it stand up. Each one has that at the top, and I just thought that it made it a little bit harder to sew the pieces together, and then sewing this, like the bottom part, sewing the hat to the actual gnome itself was a little bit tricky too, because normally your hats are hollow and you kind of put a little bit of stuffing in it, but this one was like kept butting up against that, and I just had a heck of a time getting him sewed on. But I mean, he is cute. I mean, they definitely look a lot different than each other. This one looks more like a cake that you would get from a bakery, and the other one looks like more of like a cake that you would make at the house. So guess it all depends on what kind of cake you want your gnome to be. But by no means was it hard. It was just a little bit tricky working with all that cardboard like stuck up in there. But I really liked how he turned out. In the end, because I had so much problem with his beard, wish that I had just put braids on him. But I do love the contrast of the yarns on the beards when it's all fluffy and stuff. Okay, so birthday cake gnome is done, and thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Really appreciate it. Like I said, hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I had a lot of fun. Had a lot of family over. I don't know how your all's family does it, but you know, we're from the South, and we don't just cook like a Thanksgiving dinner. We cook like 3 Thanksgiving dinners. So it's like there's always tons of leftovers, but it's like everybody this year brought their A game when they came to the house. I mean, like we ate some food this year. And then when you come to the house for any kind of big dinner, you always have to leave with leftovers. We're not gonna let you leave without some. So people know, like this year they brought their own containers and everything. It was so funny. I was making fun of them. But I was so happy that we don't have like all that many leftovers in the fridge this year. So we don't have like, you know, food waste or whatever. So I was really happy about that. So we had our appetites this year. 2021 was a good Thanksgiving year. But I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm just rambling on now. I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and hopefully I'll have some really good progress to show you on this. I hope I overcome whatever I have with it and can, I hope it's finished, but you all know me, it's not gonna be. But I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.